This is the High Alpha Hooligans podcast with your hosts, Fifi, Scud, and Jimmy Chaos. Fire up those afterburners and let's dive in.
All right, everybody. This has been a fantastic weekend. It's Monday morning. We've got a couple of the dudes with us, and we're going to talk Operation Wags, the first 72 hours. If you weren't there, get ready. Next weekend, it's going to be even better. It's going to be gooder.
This weekend seemed like, looking back on it, this weekend seems like it went by really quickly, but in the moment, it felt like it was taking 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
I did.
Dude, setting up jets was like the longest thing I did this weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, trying to get everything set up like while taxiing to depart.
Well, let's just get into it. I know. So, joining us is the legendary Ahab, and then we got Harper, a new addition to the Hooligan crew from Down Under, and then we got Jonbloor. Everybody, if you ever watch DCS News, you know who this guy is. So we'll go through and do Ahab.
Dude, I just realized Harper's sign says Operation Wags.
Yeah.
So, that's my stream background.
So these guys are some of the crew that's been flying Red 4, and John is was an awesome addition to the admin team because he made all of the stuff for it. And if you guys haven't watched him and Deepak's episode on it, you guys definitely should go watch that. You guys did that last week, at the end of last week. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I watched it. I don't know. I was like, ooh, they're live. So but yeah, let's just get into it and talk about it. So this was kind of a wild event to a start. I mean, we had a lot of really crazy things that just kind of popped off at the beginning. We knew it was going to be kind of cool, and we set a low expectation of ourselves in the sense of, like, we didn't think a lot of people were going to join, and then the server exploded, basically. What was it, like 400 connections a second that people were trying? Like,
I think in the first 5 minutes, you guys would have to check me, but I think that our initial number for people trying to join after it was full was like 251. Like unique players was 251, I believe, if I remember correctly. I gotta remember what special case about it was massive.
There was 350
and then,
connections per
I think
second.
the other number I saw was like almost a quarter of the DCS player base that was online for multiplayer was trying to log in to the server. So that was pretty wild to watch. But yeah, and then once it started kicking off, it just turned into an absolute just meat grinder of
a riot.
Of a fight.
Yeah. John, could you give us kind of set the stage for anybody who didn't fly it or didn't catch any of the streams? Could you set the stage for kind of what the mission was and kind of how it was executed on both sides and how the varying numbers were associated with the two coalitions?
Yeah, so basically, I will say one thing. I couldn't even get on the first night. I just gave up. There was people going, I can't get on, and I was like, I'm in the team and I can't get on. I just had to just let it play out and just let it happen. But yeah, it was wild. I just remember. So Blue 4 were kind of how Indy and Heartbreak have set it up. Is it's on the Caucasus map, and they're kind of southeasterly, aren't they? And they're kind of moving up, and you've got that mountain range. And we're obviously at the top and to the west, and so you got the two phase lines, and we were just trying to hold them back. And it was so funny to see feedback from Blue 4 being like, we can't seem to get anywhere, and we were like, we're barely holding on, like hold the line. And it was just chaos. And I tell you what, I think and I got to say this early on, the GCI work was absolutely off the chain. off the chain and really clear calls. They were rotating through everyone. At one point, what did we call it? The Mozdok meat grinder, as it was.
Yeah.
And which is definitely my new grinder username. Which was I'll catch some guys on there. But yeah, we were at one point. I can't remember who was on DCI, but we had a Red 4. We had like a stacked cap. So we had guys down low in like Hornets and Vipers who were kind of doing rope-a-dope and bringing people in and getting in dogfights. And you had people in the middle kind of doing bits and pieces, and they were like whoever it was. And then they were getting like eagles and tomcats up high, like slinging long range. And it was just beautiful to see, because once we got that set up, it was like a wall of death, and they kept throwing themselves at us. But even though we were doing all right, we're like, we just know this is going to fall apart any second. We just knew it. All it was going to take. Yeah, it was really good laugh. And so, you guys were doing amazing.
We've cherished our ability to hold back blue, and that's because at one point, this has been an event executed with less than 3 full weeks of planning. We did, right? Was it 3? Yeah, 3 full weeks of planning. We hosted 2 closed test sessions, 1 public test session, and we didn't know what to expect. And I think the community absolutely blew away every expectation that we had for the community, because at one point the servers were saturated with blue, and it was like 50 on 10. And so when John is celebrating like the Mozdok meat grinder, like that was a moment of success for us, because we were actually able to get off the ground. We had, an actual stack of, kind of rotating cap. And that took us 36 hours to get to a point to where we could feel like we were accomplishing something other than just not getting ran over.
The fact that everybody was like sleeping and fighting and flying and GCIing in shifts, to where like I kept screenshotting and taking like and posting pictures of it, but like of everybody, like you see the timer on the Discord and it's like 57 hours.
We hit 60 on that line 1. It was great.
Yeah.
And people were like changing the Discord names to be like napping real quick, be back in 2 hours. Like that was crazy work to watch. I honestly thought that, like I said this last night in our little debrief at the end, I was like, I honestly thought getting a bunch of content creators together was just going to be like a nightmare of trying to manage egos and personalities and stuff like that. But I gotta give it to everybody who showed up and flew. Like everybody was like, all right, let's get this done. Let's see what we can do together. And there has not been a single, except for one meltdown at the very beginning about trying to get into the servers.
Yeah.
There was not a single like argument or fight amongst the content creators about anything, so that was really cool to watch. But I just wanted to interject that.
So while you guys were not flying, did you guys ever tune in on Twitch and watch like somebody on Blue 4?
No, I haven't. Wait, Ahab, you did?
I did occasionally, yeah. Because as the event was building, as we were getting more and more creators in our Discord, I was friending them and they were friending me, and I just started going through everybody's channels and follow, kind of hoping people would do the same, because I'm really low.
Go check out Ahab's
Twitch. I'm going through, and when I see him going on, I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, I'm gonna get on there and watch and support, get on their chat, say hey, what's up. So yeah, I caught a few from Aviancer, from I got 1 or 2 from Grey Wolf. I got a few. I got jumped into a few while I was out. I wasn't able to come downstairs and get in.
Yeah.
I was talking like Blue 4, because like when I was like trying to fall asleep and take my nap, like I'd bring up Twitch and I was just scrolling looking for like Operation Wags Blue 4, and I was like, oh, let's pop in and say hi. And I was watching those guys, and they were doing the same thing that we were, just with like numbers. It was awesome. It was cool because on both sides of the mountain range, people were coming together and they were working together for like a common task. Like there were not like single outliers. And I think that's like the biggest rock that I took away from the weekend, was the community just wants to have fun together.
Twitch exploded. Like you open up
Oh my
Twitch and just
gosh.
search DCS, like there was hundreds of streams of it felt like of people playing it, and then
I think like
you
an average Twitch stream for DCS content is probably like maybe 5 people live with like 100 to 200 viewers. And at one point there was like 30 streams and I think like 700 viewers.
Yeah.
So that's huge. But and there was a lot of really cool like crazy moments in there, like when we were able to like log in and get in into the servers and stuff like that. Like you know, like between like Big Nui and Nine Line like ramming their Yak 52 and helicopters into people, and you know, guys like hiding in BMPs at the end of the runways and sniping people with stuff. Harper trying to escort me as I just flew myself into the side of a mountain in a C-130 trying to get through places.
Yeah, I wasn't much of an escort anyway.
People lobbing, dude, the freaking Phoenixes. Holy crap. Like when they would loft them and you would not get an RWR warning because it's coming in straight on top of your aircraft. Like that was crazy. But so let's talk about the fight. Let's talk about the fight itself. So it started off, and Red's whole strategy was just like, let's see how bad or how much we can like stem the bleeding and the flow and keep them from gaining too much ground. And then and they started making some really good advancements in areas that we were expecting, right? Like they pushed up the West Coast towards Sochi, you know, in that fight because of the carrier being over there. And then like you don't have to fight in the mountains or over the mountains and stuff like that because everybody was like, well, guerrilla warfare in the mountains, we don't feel like dealing that with jets. What did you guys see? Because like I was flying logistics the entire time, so I didn't really see a lot of fighting.
Well, the mountains were in no-fly zone too because Tabs was just frying everything that came through the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped in a few times. I tried to jump in a Harrier and like a Car 50 and an Apache and tried to do some air to ground. I was like, right, I'm going to see if I can kind of poke back and punch him back. And every time, even though I was flying like 50 feet off the ground, now, I don't know, maybe people stream sniping. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. How do you prove this stuff? But like at the very least, I would probably get like 2.5, 3 minutes, and all of a sudden F-16 up on my RWR, and then it would move closer on the RWR, and then I start getting screaming, and I was like, and I after a while I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna switch to F-15C. I know it well. The radar is baller. I'm just gonna start slinging AMRAAMs back at you. But yeah, it was pretty quick when I realized, yeah, this isn't happening. We just gotta hold them back.
Dude, for rotor wing, my personal goal was just to spawn, load crates, get 8 miles out, drop the crates and build them. If I could do that, like, mission success.
Yeah.
Well, I thought being on the red side, I thought at the start I'm going to go, MiG-21, MiG-29. I thought, it's fitting to be on the red side. And this is why I praise the GCIs so much, is because being in a MiG-29, you got no data link, no nothing.
None.
So I basically got them just to walk me onto targets. I'd be going along the trees, in the mountains, in the valleys, and then I'd get them to take me right underneath with R27 ETs, and then I would zoom straight up. And, sometimes they'd be formed up on our AWACS, and you could see the contrast. And I'm like, oh, tele bandit. And then just full burner, straight up with an ET, and they don't know it's coming because it's an IRC head. So that's what I was doing basically the whole time. And the MiG-21 got a couple of kills in the MiG-21.
The 20 was insane.
Wild, man, dude. I was watching. I'm sitting on the ground at, I think it was Anapa, and I see a MiG-21 going, and I was like, who is flying that museum piece? And then I go to the map, and of course it's Harper, and I was like, I can hear your voice from like your stream saying, "Oh, this jet is just beautiful."
It is. It's one of the great modules we have, and to be in like a modern fight with that and to get a kill, even a normal like early Vietnam Cold War scenario, every fight is uphill in that thing. So when you do shoot someone down in that, we're like, yeah, and you can see in the YouTube short on the Hooligans channel, you'll be able to see there's a short of me flying the MiG-21 and getting a kill in it, and you just see my excitement. I'm sitting there going like this.
You're like, I need to run home now and claim this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
man.
Ahab, what's your take on the first little bit of opening onslaught for your first experiences?
I went in thinking I was going to do kind of the same thing as Harper. I was trying to go in the full fidelity fulcrum because my whole idea was to IRST, be sneaky, you know, and same thing, ETs and 73s when they get close enough. And I kept one problem I had was I kept forgetting that I mapped the ARHA to the volume to a slider that is normally all the way off. So I didn't get missile warnings a lot. That worked against me, and I had meant to do more practice with the IRST so I could acquire targets and stuff, and that fell through too. So I was just kind of going through. I was like, well, this will be all right because I mean, it's not about me getting kills. It's about having setting up a good time for Blue Force for the public, and trying to be a good target, which I was for a while, and then I got tired of it being very one-sided, and I'd switch into something with Fox 3 capability, and send some Phoenixes. I switched gears a few times, and it was on the third day that I saw everything was happening. The Mozdok meat grinder had started, and I was like, ooh, dog, it's time to go over there. And I was like, I see they're already overhead, so you know what I need to switch into? Something that's, high alpha, no pun intended, that maneuvers, that has high off bore sight. I hopped in a flanker and I started wrecking stuff with GCI support. Without the GCI, I would have been lost. But switched into that, and I just helped drive them back slowly.
Yeah, we need to get into the GCI thing because, like, dude, our GCI just absolutely
was great.
like,
They made it for us.
And, like, Scuddo here is sitting in the GCI booth all weekend. Just
I logged 0.03 hours on the server for the record. All right.
Yeah,
the rest was on the radar scope, but
So, Scuddo, from your perspective with the GCI, like, how was the opening of the campaign?
Campaign opening, we still had full GCI staffing. Indy, massive thank you to him for fixing our scopes. It was completely borked the first opening part. So everything was like really bad refresh rate as well. We were giving like predictive calls. So when we saw somebody like 10 to 15 miles away-ish, we would say merged because we knew the next time the radar scope would update, they'd be merged. But we got everything done, and there was tons of like Blue 4 traffic on the initial to like opening, right? Because everybody wanted to get into the server, and then when we got Red 4 back up, we started pushing, and that's when we were able to get proper tactics and coordination. I don't know if you pilots noticed it, but what we were doing was we were getting people taking off. If I was working ATC, I was staggering departures intentionally. I was holding people saying, okay, here's a wave, let's go. Because I didn't want loiter time to be too long, them to have to RTB. If I was on AIC or GCI, we were building up pretty much walls to attack, and that's where we really got our strength compared to the player disadvantage, because we had 10 less people, but we played the tactics game and eventually evened it out.
Yeah. I think... Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, go.
Oh, no.
Go.
You go, Jim.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think we spoke a little bit after all this, and we were like, okay, what kind of things can we learn? And people have been coming up with suggestions, and we were like, okay, maybe we try this and maybe try that. And obviously there was also people from Blue 4 saying, we're finding this really hard, or we're hitting a wall, or whatever. But I literally, I sort of sat back for a bit and thought about it, and I literally think the only reason that Red 4 didn't get stomped was the GCI. I think that was the linchpin to it all. And I think had we not had these absolute mad lads, that every so often we had to sort of do a little bit of a welfare check on them. I remember one time jumping on 282. I was like, Indy, are you okay? And I heard, I'm not okay. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, because in your chat.
He needs a break.
Chance to give you a welfare check.
Yeah. And I just had him go, I'm not okay.
There was one time I was in there, he's like, I'm fine. I was like, dude, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm just speaking it into existence. Like,
Yeah, but no, it
Oh.
was. I think it was the biggest thing of it. I think it really was, and I think if Blue 4 next weekend they want to like give us a run for our money, I think it's get yourself some coordination and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how we can do the GCI stuff because of the tech issues, but at the very least, if you guys coordinate, then it's going to be very hard. You know, every time I thought I was worried was when you get like 6 to 8 F-16s and 18s all coming in a wave. That was when they would just sort of line up a bit. You'd see that that randomized like clump of them, and that's when I would worry. Dude, there was some dudes in Mirage 2000s that are absolutely destroying people with only Fox 1s and 2s. I was like, oh my god. Anyway.
Dude, the Mirage is potent. We hosted a tournament about a year ago, and we never even considered the Mirage as being like the airframe, but the Mirage just wipes people in that environment.
I tell everybody the spicy baguette launcher is the best jet in the game.
It's like,
I forget who, but somebody had a video of just wild. They turned hard and got a gun kill with their Mirage. That was nuts.
30mm cannons. The Super 530s are just like the fastest freaking missile in the air. Like it's so cool. Like I love taking it on like contention or like any sort of like Cold War server where there's no active radar and it's only semi-active radar missiles, so only Fox 1s and Fox 2s. And like the Magics, the IR missiles, they have like a 7 or 8 nautical mile range on their own. So like you can actually reach out and poke people farther than you can with a Sidewinder. And then the Super 530s, I learned this one from Venom and Bullet for My Enemy, those two guys who showed up this weekend, and they were hilariously awesome to fly with as well. But what you do is you go head to head. If someone's shooting it only works in Fox 1 duels. But you go head to head and you wait for someone else to shoot their Fox 1 at you. And then as soon as you get the indication, you rip off that 530 and then watch it reach them before theirs reaches you. And they immediately have to go defensive. And you could just sit there with impunity and just like, you know, be an absolute spicy baguette launcher. And it's the best jet in the game. I love the Mirage F1. I'm so glad I kept that thing.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the only jets that has the ability to. I'm pretty sure. I mean, but anyway, I'm pretty sure it's one of the only jets that you can actively jam while locking a target and shoot.
It's selective. No, it's a selective jam, but it does have like a data link capability where like in the real world, it was used where like AWACS can, because it's an interceptor, so the radar set up like that. So it's not really like a good like scan and like look radar, but your radar is really good at remembering like the enemy's last known position and then also estimates where the enemy is going to pop back up. So if you lose track of a contact, it will immediately pick it back up on its own for you. And then like with proper GCI, like in the real world, like a lot of times the operators wouldn't even work the radar themselves. Like their support and their AWACS and their ground intercept and stuff like that would actually push the targets to them and target everything for them. And then all the operator in the seat had to do was just pull the trigger, which is really cool. So
next weekend, Scuddo, I need you to aim for me. I'll just point the jet where you tell me to.
Yep.
Just turn left and shoot the line Fox 1. Like
that's what I felt like it was doing.
Yeah.
So
I ran ATC the whole time pretty much. I had a couple sessions on the GCI scope, but hopefully we'll get more on.
So we talked intro. Now let's talk like the middle 60 hours.
Slugging it out.
Yeah, I mean, so that's when it just turned into like, I mean, not just turned into a sweat fest, but it was a sweat fest. Like, I think that's when everybody started trying to figure out exactly what they could do to contribute to the team. I think on blue side, we saw a lot of blue still just going up and just wanting to like airquake it. To steal the term from everybody else. And like what you'd see is like like what John and Jimmy said, like you just see like a conglomeration of just like a mud ball of blue jets, like not coordinated. You could tell they weren't coordinated or anything like that. So all you had to kind of do was just like shoot one missile at them and they all scattered. And then you would just be able to kind of prosecute. And so that's how we were able to take them on like 3-on-1. Of course, I'm saying that because I'm getting all these secondhand stories because I just flew a Herc the entire time, which means I was just a target. But yeah, and I think if like everybody said, like if blue once blue figures out to how to coordinate and push properly, like they were taking bases from us. Like we were struggling,
snatching. There we were.
Oh.
I don't know the exact statistic, but I think at the end of the weekend we only held like, what was it, 30% of the map?
30% on both servers. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's I don't know if it was I don't know what the nexus is or the connection, but the pace of battle between server 1 and server 2 was so close to each other. And I don't know if it's the design of the mission. I don't know if it's the terrain. I don't know if it's the flow of the battle. But it was like you could go to server 1 or server 2, and the contentious spots were the same on both maps.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy to see.
Yeah.
I think a big thing for that. Oh, sorry, Jimmy, you go.
No, you go. Nope.
I was going to say, I want to commend everyone who was actually on red with the balancing the two servers. If one server started to, was getting overrun and there was like 5 red players against 50 blue, a lot of people would just immediately switch to the next server to help that one out. And I feel like that was a driving force for having them both balanced, or at least around the same sort of, same sort of fight.
I mean, let's not discount the efforts of Blue either. I think they did a great job. And we told you guys at the end of it, but Merlin from CSG3, he played a whole propaganda mission just to get it working. So he and the guys brought a huge amount of Hornets and N14s to attack Sochi. We were trying to liberate it. And it went, and we had like a PowerPoint presentation and everything, and this was like, all right, we have code words. If things go right, this is the code word we'll tell you. It was really fun. And up in the booth, we were like, all right, you got it. And they got pretty badly hammered. Like,
dude,
for an organized group, they were getting cooked. So
for a very high level group too, CSG3 is like, they're pretty spicy.
So what we did is we played the propaganda mission of last minute, we're going to go all the way down and we were going to take, what was it? I think, was it Sakumi or Kataisi?
I think it was Sakumi.
Yeah. We completely just went around, and meanwhile, all of Blue 4 is just going towards Sochi, and we knew that they were going to catch on that, okay, we're going back to Sakumi now, we're going to run around. So we intentionally had one of the streamers who was doing GCI in our booth leak the slideshow that gave like all the code words and all the original plan to take Sochi, right? And the whole plan was there, and it was completely invalid now, but like we intentionally leaked it. So they all pushed Sochi. By the time we had just cut back, taken Sakumi, and we were just pushed right back up. It was,
I love it. It reminds me, is that World War II, isn't it? They deliberately put like a corpse, and they put like fake documents for like Normandy. It was like you equivalently doing that. You're like, we left a dead body on the shores of Sochi to let you know what we're actually doing. But we're not doing that, are we? Yeah. The mind games are brilliant. I love it.
Counterintelligence.
Love it.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I think there was another one where they did where CSG organized another one, and they were going to have like a Blue for like Air Armada run a distraction to where, and this is all just goes back to coordination, like, and like there was going to be running a distraction to where Blue was going to react to that distraction, and while CSG went around, and yet again they ran into some super heavy interference and got just absolutely mud stomped. And but then the distraction actually ended up taking the base that they were like doing like a diversionary attack on. Yeah. So accidental success, like just a whole lot of accidental success going on. Seems to be the theme of the weekend for Red. Just a whole lot of accidental success.
Yeah, and I want to make sure we're clear on this. Like, we are celebrating small victories on the Red side because Blue absolutely ground us into the ground.
100%. And the moment that they were getting really dangerous was when they were actually starting to attack the airfields. So obviously the airfields were getting reset with the servers, but if to give away a free tactic for Blue for next weekend, it would be if you can start putting craters in these these runways, at the very least it makes you have to sort of work around them or figure out what you're going to do, or even crazy enough, do some taxiway takeoffs if the worst comes to worst. But that's enough of an interference for us that's going to cause problems. And the few times they did was when they were shutting us down. So yeah, if there's a free tidbit I can give to Blue is that don't just aim at get murder hornet loadouts and come and get us, but actually if you start striking our bases, that's when we were sweating. We're like, oh my god, when's the restart? There's holes and I can't see them.
Well, dude, we were spawning on parking spots with craters, and our planes are just blowing up because they're falling like 30 feet into the ground.
So that makes sense because I got taken out by a slammer when I was taxiing around on the ground trying to drop off repair crates to the base that just got struck. And then I exploded and I was like, what just happened? Everything exploded. And not until afterwards, like when we were all talking crap and kind of like the Blue 4 Discord on the Eurodynamics Discord, like they were like, someone was like, dude, I totally got you with a slammer and that was awesome. And I was like, is that what it was? so yeah.
It was funny though, because like Blue, like definitely. So we adapted. Blue did the same because Whom sent me in one time to go. I'm not gonna say location, but he's like, I need you to load up with all the bombs and just snipe everything down there. I was like, I got you, dude. So I had 8, and I'm just over there pounding them on the base, and then I would take a 2,000 pounder with me, and just somewhere at a convergence of a taxiway and the runway, I'd just crater it and be like, get good, and then not even 2 hours later, we started getting the exact same treatment right back, and I was like, oh, dang it, what goes around comes around.
Yeah, I would like to see more like kinetic ground strikes in the next phase next weekend, this upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
I would like to see like people cratering each other's bases and going after the warehouses. Like there's warehouses. Like you guys need to read the brief because there's warehouses where you can knock out everybody's weapons, all their fuel. And, next thing you know, you got to fly in Hercs with crates to fix it all and stuff like that. Like you could really mess up the other team's day just by destroying the base. So
that's a good point. Yeah, on the in-game, even if you're not using SRS, even if you just use the in-game chat dialogue, you can coordinate some stuff through there. And I think a lesson on both sides, red and blue, is teamwork works. And coordinated, multi-level strike package. In our experience of the first weekend, that's what pushed the most dirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not just throw them at me. Although there was like the throw them at them is pretty cool because like the sun is darted out by Phoenix's,
it sometimes works.
Notable kill when Mail got shot down by somebody in LA7. When you get a streak, you get shut down.
We were laughing so hard in the GCI landline.
We watched the attack view back, and like he was doing all sorts of fancy stuff to try to dodge this LA7, and you just see him just like throwing rounds into his jet. It was so good,
dude. The cannons on the LA7 are awesome.
It was so good. Yeah, there's some really good notable kills in there, like that one, and then Big Nui and 9line running into everybody's stuff with Chinooks and the Yak 52s, just kamikazing themselves into stuff. If you guys haven't seen, go to Tricker's channel, and he's got a short of someone trying to Goomba, what in Grey Wolf's words, trying to Goomba stomp his SA8, and he goes flying across the map. Yeah, there's some good ones. You guys got to go through all the content creators' channels because everybody's starting to put up all their stuff from the streams, and there's some hilarious moments that happen.
Dude, talking about hilarious moments, not hilarious moments, successful use of tactics and equipment. They on the last day, Blue got a bunch of BMPs and like infantry fighting vehicles up to the front lines. And they were parked like literally right on the edge of our airfields, just smacking us like with brush masters as we're trying to taxi.
or the dude who we were trying to take a base, and he was hiding in a Humvee on the ramp, and then there was like 2 C-130s that just landed trying to unload cargo, and he just straight up kamikazed himself in the Humvee into the Hercs and blew him up. This is brilliant.
Love that.
The whole weekend was awesome.
Yeah, It like you said,
it was a blast.
It both flew by, but also felt like forever at the same time. I don't know how that makes sense, but I don't know how you guys felt. But like, at least the prep as well, as we were building up, and like we said, we did the test earlier in the week before, and then it was like, okay, this is going to happen. And then when it was actually happening, it was like, yeah, it was. He said it's both this grind that was going on, but also all of a sudden it felt like it was Sunday night. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Are you guys
And the other
physically
big thing
tired?
I was exhausted.
Dude, I like even now I slept like 12 hours last night. I woke up and like my shoulders are sore, my arms are sore. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this sucks.
I'm unbelievably tired.
Yeah, it
but
was
the
a
other
big
big thing
weekend.
is we raised almost $30,000 alone this weekend
we did
from everything, like $30,000.
Let's talk about that. So this is two things in parallel, right? We have the GoFundMe for Matt Wagner. Thank you for everything you've done for us. And then we also have the Operation Wags, completely disassociated, no money involved, all community event, driven. The GoFundMe is now almost at $130,000. We had how many individual players flew on the servers over the weekend? Was it in the 2,000s or was it more? I know Special K posted up the
Special K is going to crunch some numbers for us at the end.
Yeah, he posted some of them up in the dev team area. I don't remember them.
Not final stats though. I don't know if he wants them shared, but
yeah,
it was a lot.
Well,
it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But the big mile marker, we would like to get the GoFundMe to $150,000 because that really pays for everything that Matt needs. It pays for everything that's gone through already. The copays, it covers all the copays because insurance handles, the big loads, but there's still that copay. And then also because the chemo, there's a few things that he needs, like a new wheelchair accessible vehicle. He needs some stuff around the house, help him move around. And so if we could get to $150,000, there's two things that's going to happen. One, we're going to be able to actually support the guy who made stuff like this possible. And two, Teresa is going to wax Fifi's chest on live stream.
I'm all here for it.
So we
has been.
We need $20,674 exactly to get Fifi waxed live on stream.
And you know what, he dodged it the first time, so this time we have
a
recorded contract. Not a verbal contract anymore. A literal message. All right, that we're holding accountable for.
It's a recorded. Jimmy made a joke about it like a while ago, and then I was like, Teresa's walking by me, and she looked over at the computer and she was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And so she's been bugging the hell out of me about this. She's like, "Let me do it," and she actually has like this whole skit planned up. Like she's gonna put me
welcome
in like a robe with my hair wrapped up in a towel, and she's gonna put cucumbers on my eyes, and she's not gonna let me know when she's about to rip. She is really looking forward to this. So
I think we all are.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see me shirtless, but it's
great. You are wrong, buddy.
150,000. If we did 150,000, yeah, I'll let her.
You got like a smoke machine for the effects too. Get like a LED sign in the background.
Yeah, it's god, I am immediately regretting this decision, but
we need to get Teresa. We need to get her an LED sign that says like Teresa's wax shop of paint or something to hang in the back or something.
Wax for wags.
Wax for wags.
That's what Ahab said. Yeah.
Yeah, said it in the Discord. Do you need a wingman, Fifi?
Oh god, I'll need a lot of moral support. Is what I'm going to be crying. Like I've gotten waxed once before, like on my back, and like it took them 2 days to do one spot on my back because I was.
If anyone's building an F-16 sim pit and they need the sheepskin seat, we'll have some ready for you.
Yeah,
we'll upcycle.
Genuine Fifi skin. All right,
God.
Let's talk. What are we expecting next week?
Yeah,
or what do we want next week?
So there's a lot of. I think we haven't had like the discussion, but we had to kind of have the discussion about like things that people would like to see and change and stuff like that, and or things that fixes and reports. So the big questions that I got were, one, is there going to be like a night vol? While it would be incredibly cool, I think we decided that we're not going to do a night vol, just because for when everybody's streaming everything, it's just kind of hard to see every cool stuff in a dark cockpit. But it would be incredibly cool. But we're not going to do it.
A glowing HUD only keeps people's attention for so long.
Yeah. The other one is all the progress saved? Yes. I just got an answer about that. Yes, all the progress is going to be saved. So we're going to pick up right where we left off. So we're going to immediately go back to the mouse like meat grinder. Sorry, John. But
oh no!
Like I said, it just sounds like a great time. You're pulling it. I'm like, yeah. Must not be right now. This game.
we're already getting the red side's already getting the strategy together for it. You guys bring your A game, because we're gonna try some shenanigans.
We're not repeating the first 36 hours again.
Yeah, we're not doing it that way again. What were the other big questions? You guys help me out here with this.
So there was a question about SRS and going to native bombs and DCS, and we've had a discussion. I think we're going to stick with SRS, and that is because Blue 4, you guys have the Sky Eye AI BattleNet to give you unlimited perfect DCI calls. If you flew this past weekend and you didn't use Sky Eye, it is super simple. Set up SRS, tune into your AWACS, whether you're on Nevada or Montana, and literally just call in, Dark Star, this is Jimmy Chaos. Just use whatever your multiplayer name is, request picture, request Pogidope, request whatever, or set tripwire. I mean, it literally does everything that an AWACS would do. And it doesn't respond with that, robotic in-game DCS comms, which is not bad. It's good. But the Sky Eye is that next level implementation to where it is alive with you in the environment. And we're raving about the GCI, but we are behind the curve because we are reliant on people who have to drag a mouse, who have to read numbers correctly, and people who have to, hear it. But when it is on Blue side with Sky Eye, it is individual direction to every aircraft, and it's not oversaturated, because if we had 5 fights going on, we had one guy controlling all 5 fights, whereas Sky Eye will isolate and send it to each individual person. So I think we are leaning towards staying with SRS because Blue has the Sky Eye tool, and that's something we want you guys to have. I mean, we would probably trade with you guys, I mean, tomato.
Merlin's going to be mad at you if you say that.
I mean,
what I will say
no,
is that
it's a give and take. There's pros and cons. Sky Eye is really good.
Sky's good, but
and
you need to have the human intuition of like pushing waves, pretty much.
Yeah, the only reason we don't have Sky Eye on both sides is because Sky Eye can only run one instance per IP, and so it's either both sides get the same AWACS, or Red just can't have it. And that's a tool that we can't have.
That brings up another question that everybody asked was, and you guys can answer this one, I'm just going to ask it for the community, is why doesn't Blue have human GCI? And why can't they just use Fog of War? I wasn't part of the server building team, so I can't answer that as accurately and as well as somebody else in here probably can, but I can't. I know what I've been kind of told and what I picked up on, but what's the answer to that?
The big thing is we're not able to divide. We are not able to divide Fog of War from one coalition to the other. And we don't want to have Fog of War for Red because we want it to be hard for us. That's why we put the Sky Eye in for Blue. And then also the entire underlying, base of this is to have fun and to work together. If we institute some of those F10 map options, it's going to remove a lot of that coordination piece that you have to do like as a team. So that conversation, it goes on every single day, but we just keep leaning on, for the sake of teamwork and, keeping it hard for us, red to be blind on the map. We've kept it the way it is because blue does outnumber us at a minimum 2-1, and then they can raise that up to 3-1. So communication is key.
No
if you don't have
because
SRS, if you don't have SRS, install SRS. If you have trouble setting it up, literally send me a message on Discord and I will help everybody set up SRS. It's a great communication tool. The in-game comms are great, but to go back to, we want blue to have that Sky Eye. We need SRS because Sky Eye doesn't have integration into the native DCS comms yet.
Which is a feedback point that we have given, and that Big Nui and Nineline have taken back, and they're currently beating the dev teams over the heads with all the lessons that we're learning right now from this. So the other thing is, you guys come fly because there is an incredible amount of data points that Eagle Dynamics and the DCS dev teams and everybody is pulling from this, that to improve the game, and it's all real feedback. And the other group that is on the Red Coalition side is the Eagle Dynamics test team, like the actual quality assurance test team guys, and so they already know exactly how to get that feedback back. So please come fly and break everything so we can figure out, so we can continually make the game better. But at the end of the day, no human GCI, no fog of war, because this is our version of the get along shirt. Everybody's got to wear the same shirt and be friends. So thanks for the answer on that one.
Frenemies, yeah. For one more weekend.
Yeah. So what else?
That is one thing I would commend ED on, specifically 9line and Big Nui, because every time, and I know John can speak to this probably better than any of us, anytime something has come up where we're like, hey, why isn't this working? Those two are like, hey, send us logs. We want to send it directly to the dev team, like the core dev team, and they've already got a list of action items that they want to work on from lessons learned from weekend 1. And they've asked us to, give them a paper at the end of it. What can they make better about the core game, the core simulation, to better the product for everybody.
No, so this is something that Deepak and I say a lot on the DCS News. We talk about this, is that just because you don't hear that feedback from ED or the community managers and that stuff doesn't mean they don't hear you. And the thing I have been kind of very aware of is, especially in conversations, not publicly, when I have had one-to-one conversations with various people in third parties and ED, is they all want the same things we do. Like, this idea that they're not listening or they want something else is crazy. They're all, pretty much most of them have all grown up with the games over my shoulder here. They've all grown up with the games we had, and they all see the problems and they're very aware of it. It's just these things take time. Secondly, with this event itself, before we'd even gone live with the event, when we were doing testing, I can't remember if it's 9line or Big Nui, but they were like, because they were messing around in Combined Arms, they were like, this is the first time I fired up Combined Arms ages. Oh, I've already got like 10, 15 things I'm going to send back. They were saying like, dev team's going to love us because we've already come up with some things in Combined Arms. So they themselves were like, yeah, no, we've got ideas already. And then as the event, I mean, Fifi, both of us were like in Discord kind of responding to people and stuff, and people were complaining about, different issues. Like the big one was when we fired up the second server, and we didn't expect it to be as crazy as it was. That was the big thing. And then we were like, we hear you, and we're trying to work and figure all this stuff out. And we learned so much from that first, when it went online on Friday. Like, we learned so much within a short amount of time. We're like, wow, first of all, holy crap, there's all these people. But okay, how do we change some stuff? And we thought, we did some testing and it seemed to run okay with like 80 people. And then as soon as you had all these people constantly trying to add that element of all these people trying to join, that's why we had to bring it down to 65, and kind of get because it was rubber banding horrendously. And it was sad to watch it on the streams. And we didn't want to put people off in that respect, did we? We were like, no, jump in, it's great. And once we'd made those little changes, and then especially once we fired the second server up, it was I don't know about you guys. Once you actually got in the server, it was like smooth as butter most of the time. For
It
me,
was-
at least.
Yeah. The work that Hart, Indy, and Special K have done on the server have been fantastic.
And
It's
actually,
the
big
best.
shout out to the Shark Squad and Sharklet,
Oh, yeah.
because
Oh yeah, Sky Sharks.
she was when we were trying to figure out the GCI issue with Sneaker, she was smashing code while firing AMRAMs and then sending fixes like bug fixes while engaged in combat, to help
absolutely
get
mad.
things up. Yeah, just madness. Absolute
Sky
madness.
Shark team held the line so well.
Shout out to those guys.
I was ETC during that time. I was sending these 3 ships out, and 20 minutes later they'd come back in for rearm refuel, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we just tallied 9 kills." It was insane. But I think that was really a big save by Sharklet, because we had no bullseye. We were giving threat bras to everybody, and when you have like 25, 30 people that you're giving threat bras to, it just doesn't work out. It really doesn't. But giving full bullseye pictures was great, and big shout out to that too, because we had an anchor bullseye track going on, and Sharklet was just coding away. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Just talent in it. So I feel like a hobbit amongst wizards with some of the people, and like, can I have second breakfasts? And they're like, no, we're going to code a server. When do I get second
It's
breakfast?
true though. It's true though. Like, everybody's like coming through and like thanking us for everything, and I'm like, dude, don't thank us. Like, you got to thank Indy and Hart. Like, all these guys. Like, they're the ones who have like done a lion's share of the work behind the scenes.
Yeah, the team that I think has assembled is, I think, pretty good.
Yeah.
And I would put this out to the community for everybody. Like, this was all came to fruition with a dinner conversation between us, Rob Grady, and Nine Line. A conversation over big fries is where this came from.
At the secret meeting that we had at FS Expo.
Yep.
The secret content creator meeting that everybody had at the Flight Sim Expo that people were like crazy conversating about. So
Rob Grady, if you're watching, this came out of your brain, dude.
Yeah, dude, like the idea man himself. But so to start wrapping this up.
Well, before we wrap up, let's talk about the weekend, and let's kind of, why do people want to join Blue 4 to come and smack the dog crap out of us?
Because you can win tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Certainly helps.
So just kidding. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, we have full packages from Wind Control. We have headsets from Pimax. Who else is it? Fifi? I know there's a whole bunch, but those are like the big two. Like those two companies right there.
Winkle, headsets from Pimax. We're not allowed to say exactly what they're giving away, but Eagle Dynamics is probably giving away the best stuff. They are,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you heard it here first. Quote me. My name is Scud. If you win top score, you get into the closed beta testing group.
Don't.
I'm joking. That's not actual at all.
That's not true.
That's not actual at all.
Jesus.
Super secret pre-release test group.
Not allowed.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
People don't realize how much work is in the.
Oh my gosh!
Like, and you don't get to play
Cocaine
DCS with
and
your friends at all because you have some sort of weird special install of DCS and it breaks everything, and then you gotta you're like, okay, today we're just gonna this week we're gonna focus on this one bug while you're flying a jet that doesn't even have textures on it. It's a lot of work. But no, I think Eagle Dynamics is. I'm not allowed to say what they're giving away.
It's big.
But their prize is probably
the best ever.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. It's the most big. It's the most beautiful. It's the most beautiful. Best.
It's the most beautiful, best, greatest ever.
It's so much better than any other prizes that anybody else.
You won't believe it.
Yeah, the other people give out great prizes. They're great prizes. There's nothing wrong with them. But Eagle Dynamics is giving out the most beautiful, biggest, best prizes ever. So But yeah, no, it's true though. It's there. Like you guys don't want to miss out on that. There's a bunch of other stuff that I can't even. It's a long list of people who are giving out things.
I want a poem
but-
from Nick Gray. That's what I would want.
Another poem. His poems are good.
In his voice. Oh, can you imagine if you just had an audio file?
Get that
Flying
silky
through-
smooth.
That's it.
Through
We're calling
silver
him out.
skies. I'd be like, oh.
Nick Gray. You heard it here. We know you watch. We know you watch everybody's stuff. We want another poem of while you're flying the F-8F because they just. I think the museum just got a bear cat, and I think that
I want. If I could have one wish, I would wish that Nick Gray would fly with us next weekend.
it would be cool to see him. We'd all hop in Spitfires. We'd all hop in Spitfires and fly with him.
Can you imagine him being GCI? Oh, that'd be incredible.
The voice.
Jimmy Foxway Brockle, 20 miles.
Oh, that'd be
Range
so good.
15. You'd be like, oh,
See-
you just wouldn't even fire, would you? But just can you give me another Brockle, please, Nick?
Well, I think Wag said he was going to try to show up to fly with us as well if he's feeling up to it. And we made the joke about like, Wags, if you show up to fly, your job is going to be to bomb everybody's bases because nobody's going to want to shoot you down. So,
Straight invincible, just beeline every base.
give Wags an invincible jet and just let him run.
Invincible.
Invincible Christian
fuel.
Eagle.
So
Yes.
another cool thing. So to start wrapping this up, we'll talk about the future in this upcoming weekend. Nothing's really changed. We're going to keep doing it the way we did it because it worked well. The fight's going to pick up right where it left off, and then I think for the long term future, I know Jimmy, I know we're gonna get so smacked around, but for the long term future, people were asking if this is going to be like a thing, like for the long term. We are discussing it. There's some legal things that we got to and I got to figure out some tax things around it, because luckily, like GoFundMe kind of owns the fundraiser right now, and so they handle all the tax stuff and things like that. But we've made some incredible friends that knowledgeable people, so we might be able to set up like some sort of non-for-profit charity through this as well. Where we can maybe as a community pick somewhere to donate money, and we can just do this once a year. Maybe that's one of the talks that we're talking about doing. Nine Line's already basically conscripted us to do it anyways, but this is our compliance at this point. So, but the idea is out there. We are definitely talking about it. So we definitely want to make this a thing. If the community really wants it, it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully it's got everybody out flying multiplayer more. And just making friends, joining communities, and let's see if we can get to $150,000 because that is the end goal, is $150,000. No, not for the waxing to help.
Yes, for the
to help
waxing.
wax.
Yeah, what do you mean no?
Why not both?
So,
To talk about it, the Por qué no los
so
dos?
yeah.
I think.
So I'll give the other final thoughts to everybody else.
Yeah, I think if you like this event, comment, have an active voice. If you don't like something, have an active voice. Give us your thoughts, because this is a community event, and the community's voice is what drives this event. If you don't contribute input, your voice is never heard. So, Harper, what do you got?
Around the table.
All right. I'm excited for next weekend because I think that Blue is going to be. I think they've got a taste of what it's like. I think they're going to be a lot more organised. I hope. But no, I'm really been enjoying it, and I love that they're coming to shoot us down because that's what we're here for. So I'm excited to see it again, and hopefully we can push the lines back a little bit more forward again.
Yeah.
If we can get one more FARP.
Yeah.
Ahab, what do you got, dude?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think that what they did in the end, it was working. It was just kind of slow. So it's either going to be more of the same, and they'll push us and they'll push us and they'll push us, or maybe they're going to regroup, have more discussions, come together, get more organized, develop maybe some kind of a C2 plan so they can say, hey, start going this way, start going that way. They're weaseling around here, start working against us. And I mean, whatever works, man. So if they can develop a plan.
John.
Yeah, I think it's not going to be easier, that's for sure, for Red 4. But then it's also not going to be easier for Blue 4 because we're figuring things out as well, and we might put some spicy packages up together ourselves. The one thing that they have that we don't is CRAM. We've got the Pantsiers and they're very good.
dude.
CRAM makes it very difficult for us to strike back. So they should lean into that. They should lean into it.
Why are you telling them this?
I know. Because I want a challenge. That's why.
Dude, that one CRAM at Bestlon, I think, defeated like probably 3 of our strike packages trying to slow them down. They're just like down there, the angry freaking dragon.
Laser beams just everywhere.
It's scary when you see it from like, you're like 20 miles away and you'll just see like a light show and you're like, oh, I don't want to be there. You just fly away. It can't even reach you. It scares me. Like, no, thank you.
Never mind.
That's why we got to put Wags in the invincible Christian Eagle so he can just go draw their fire and we can watch his stream and just have him be looking down at the CRAMs like you can't do anything to me.
Oh man, good times.
I have a shout out. So one of our Hooligan Nation pros, Spaceman, it never fails. Every campaign we've ever had, at some point he is always in the Yak or the Christian Eagle doing recon. And there was a bunch of screenshots of him in a Christian Eagle doing recon, like in through the mountains. Like he's like, oh, I'm finding them all, guys. Like, and I think it was smoke. He had smoke dispensers on his wings too. I think if I remember right. Spaceman, you brave.
Yeah.
Spaceman put in work.
I'll give out a free. I'll put a bounty on Spaceman right now. If you catch him in the Christian Eagle and you shoot him down, I'll throw a module in. Module of your choice.
Oh, there we go.
There's a bounty on Spaceman. You can hate us later for it, bro.
Still say that there needs to be a challenge where one of them recreates the Desert Storm hit where they killed, what was it, a hind with a paved way?
With a 2,000-pounder.
Yeah. That should be a challenge that they can win something, I think.
Dude, I think at this point, we're just going full package queue for next weekend. Just every 16 in the air. It's going to be great.
So,
yeah, I thought we had like expectations. We're like, hey, we're gonna have these guys be seed, these guys be strike, you guys be cap. We tried that for like 1 minute, and then
out the window.
We have to face the threat that's in our face, and it's 9.
We were just getting overwhelmed. It was like, get up there and send missiles back. We're dying.
Yeah, John talked about it, but like that wall of fighters, like legit, there was like one time where there was 9 fighters driving straight at us in like a 20-mile wall, and we're like, guys, let's try and slow them down so the guys on the ground can get up, and that's our RKD ratios were not good.
No, I think I'm on the leaderboard for the most friendly red on red kills. I think I saw the leaderboards.
Yeah, and then, you are on there.
Yeah. And then I think Tricker messaged in the Discord, and he's like, "Oh, great job, well done." I was like, "At least I won something. I won something."
I don't know how many times I accidentally locked up mail and sent AMRAMs at him.
Did you guys have a learning curve where you had to look at the map and then realize and get the correlation that we were red and not blue?
Sometimes, yeah. Caught me out a few times.
A couple of times I gave threat bras to Red 4 players, and I was like, I disregard.
Oh man. All right. Well, with that, I think we'll just start shutting this down.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody.
Well, quick review. I do my reviews.
Yep, do your review.
This weekend was absolutely amazing. It was probably the most fun I have had in DCS in a very, very long time. You guys have heard me say before, I love flying the Yak and the Christian Eagle. This might top that experience. The community definitely showed up. One, we went 72 hours straight with 2 completely jam-packed servers with PvP freaking meat grinder, and it was amazing. And we have raised $129,326 for Matt Wagner. So the man who made this all possible. We are helping him fight for his life against cancer. So come out, have more fun, invest in the community, show your love back to Wags. Let's have fun.
Anything else from anybody?
I
Thumbs
got
up, thumbs up.
No,
We all
I
good?
gotta do my quote of the day.
Oh, no. Fifi, you're not getting away with this. We got 3 new people on here. So, Harper, Ahab, John, I have a hypothetical question for all of you.
Oh, the question.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Don't let me
Afterwards,
down.
we'll get my Scotto quote in.
All right, so we have a scenario. There is a right answer and a wrong answer. Think about the characters portrayed in the movies, not the actors, but Middletooth Tom Cruise as the character Ethan Hunt in the movie series Mission Impossible. In a Mustang versus the refined, the elegant, the ever wise Sean Connery.
You're creating bias, man.
Hey, no bias here. There's one right answer anyways.
Yeah, there's one right answer. Inside the Spitfire. So Ethan Hunt in a Mustang versus Sean Connery, 007, the Queen's Best. Inside the Queen's Best Spitfire. Who would win in a dogfight?
Spitfire all day, every day.
Wow.
That's what we like to hear.
All day, every day.
James Bond was a commander in the Royal Navy before he was 007, so James Bond in the spit.
And you're talking to a Brit about the Spitfire and Sean Connery. Like, I don't even need to answer. Like,
have we swept all 3?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not even a contest.
Sorry, not sorry, Fifi.
Oh my god, we've swept all 3.
So this reminds me of when we had the entire Grinelli dev team on, and the entire dev team, every single one of them, hands down said spit.
Unbelievable. I'm done with this.
No, this is believable because it's based in fact.
This episode is never coming out.
This episode is cursed.
Yeah, and one more thing. As Scotto, I do
going right in the trash.
Scotto, what do you got?
I just want to say how proud I am of the Boeing company for certifying the 737 MAX 7. It's an amazing achievement, and I'm so happy to see this amazing aircraft live for many more years.
Hell yeah. Boeing, this one's for you guys.
There it is.
All right, now we can wrap it up. I have spoken.
All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next weekend. More money, more fun, more community. With that, we're out. More for Wags. Yep.
No, and wax. He said wax
for Wags.
No.
Wax for Wags.
Wax for Wags.
Hashtag wax for Wags.
Rifle Kazoo.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.